see you come and join me again, trying to uncover some history. Now this field's been over and over. It's only a small, it's an acre, not even an acre, it's only a small field, but I've been this way and that way in park one mode. Today I'm going to do the beach to land settings, and I'm going to go on field mode to see if I can get anything out. There's been some, I've had some bucket listers off here, snake buckle listers, snake buckle. Yeah, there was a Queen Anne. There's been a Nox 800 on here as well. I think there's been a Racer 2 on here, Nokta Makro Racer 2 on here as well. I can't remember if it has or not. I'm sure it has. Yeah, so lovely day. Birds are singing. Bit of dew on the grass, so I'll be able to see where I've been. And I'll be just doing the morning. I'm going to do 3 hours. I'm going to do 3 hours on here. There's no horses on there either because they're on this field, which is great because you get a bit feisty, these ones. So yeah, I'll make my way. Oh, this used to be a Roman pathway, this. Right next to the fields. I had one Roman off here. So if one of them pop up today, yeah, that'd make me year, to tell you the truth. So I'll get on the field, I'll just go through the settings, which are quite straightforward, and I'll see you on there. So let's run through the settings. Nothing fancy here. I run full sensitivity. There's no chatter from this. Maybe it's quite quiet land, but yeah, I can run full sensitivity on the Sp28. So it's volume 2. I ain't ground balanced yet, but I put iron volume at 1. What I'll do though, I have field I have at 2. But I'm going to run in field today. So what I'm going to do, right, let's go over to part 1. I'm going to run that iron volume 2 so I can flip over to that if I'm not too sure about a target. So we'll keep that on iron volume 2. We'll go into field. That's iron volume 1. Right, so now we'll ground balance the machine. So we'll go over to beach. Let's just find a quiet spot. Alright, it's quiet there. So yeah, I'll ground balance in beach. Yeah, what am I doing here? Let's ground balance in beach, come on. You can do it. $67. So now I'm going to go over to field. Right, we'll get on with it. Yeah, good feature with the 2 tones on field. It has, I'm sure it goes right through all. It has modulation, the Simplex, which is a really good feature. So the bigger the target, the higher the pitch of the sound. So and the shallower the target. So really, you could go and detect and only dig those not as high pitched noises if you want something deeper. But yeah, I don't really use it. It's only because I haven't used it on this field one. So yeah, you got to keep changing things up, haven't you? I mean, we're in lockdown now. Well, we can't go to our furthest permissions, so yeah, I'm doing a bit of experimentation with my local ones that I've been over and over. You see all the dew on the grass there now, shining through. I can see where I've been there, which is great. Yeah, nice round here. Now, you can hear the motorway at a distance in the background, but other than that, yeah, it's lovely. See, I'd say that's 1718 that with the sound. That's a bit of rubbish on surface, that. Bit of iron in that. It's quite good at discriminating, showing up iron. ID in iron field. That's why I run in Park 1, and then I'll have iron on 1 in Part 1. Iron, yeah, 1 in Part 1, and then field I'll notch it up to 2 iron. So that it's a good. It IDs iron really well. You see, if I'm not too sure in Part 1. So it's only a press of a button, isn't it? See what this is. Come on now. I can feel that sun on my back. Nice. Bloody lovely. Right, we're on it. Oh dear. It's a bit of copper, that. Okay, that's it. But it sounds good, that. There's no iron on. There's no iron in there. Let's give that a dig. Yeah, great idea for field mode, because it's got that modulation on it. So anything shallow in the ground, it'll give a high squeak. So if you've got a green waste, you know your green waste fields. If you've got your green waste fields, so just put it in there, and don't dig the high squeaks, because it's going to be shallow rubbish normally, unless you're after modern stuff. Dig the it's got modulation on it. It's two-tone in it, modulation. So just dig your your sort of mid-tone on your. What's this? Yeah, you sort of mid-tone, some kind of bottle thingy, plug kind of thing, like a cork maybe. Yeah, what was I getting at? Yeah, dig your mid-tone, so a lower pitch, and if it's too trashy, recovery speed on field isn't great, but I'd give that a go, mate. It's a bit like on here. There's so many high-pitched noises, and I'm not digging them. No. Going for a bit of a lower pitch. Alright, what's the ball here? Hear the modulation? A ball of something. Bloody phone. I'll ring him back. Oh, what's this? It wasn't that deep. Bit of bloody copper. Bit of copper. Okay, I best bring them back. Okay, on to the next. Quite deep. Now, first time I found one of these, they look so. Just give it a. They look so interesting, don't they? They look like they. Well, they are for summer. But you wouldn't have thought it'd be in the middle of the field. It's a stair rod holder. I don't know how they went, but obviously the stairs went down like that, and these were put in to keep the rod, to keep the carpet tight onto the back end of the staircase. Yeah, the first time I found one, I thought, what is this, you know? And I put it on Facebook page to get an ID. Yeah, I felt a bit of a fool, but yeah, you shouldn't feel a fool, because you just don't know, do you? You just don't know, so you have to help, aren't you? But yeah, it's just a stair rod holder. Old one. Okay, on to the next. not much coming up. I'm getting some really small items though, at a good depth, but not decent items, if you know what I mean. So I'm just sat in the shade against the wall here because yeah, I'm not into the heat, me. I prefer it cold so you can put some layers on and that. So yeah, it's going to get to a 20 today, which is like like a heat wave to me. So in the summer I do early morning till about 12. Obviously the sun's the highest about 2 o'clock, isn't it, something like that. So I do till about 12, but my favourite time to detect is getting 6 o'clock, you know, when the sun's setting, and I'll detect until I can't see. I mean, it's got a little light on the Simplex, hasn't it? So yeah, many a times I've walked off this field at 10 o'clock at night. Love it at that time. Too much hard work during the day, yeah, especially once the ground's dried out as well. You're walking, you're digging solid ground and that. So yeah, I'm just having a cool down, do with an ice cream, tell you the truth. Anyway, yeah, I'm having a cig as well. Yeah, getting a bit of a breather, but having a cig at the same time. Yeah, madness. Anyway, I want to give a shout out. I don't do much beach detecting, and I want to. I will be doing. I haven't had the Simplex on the beach. So yeah, for Simplex users, if you want to get some info on beach detecting, see beach detecting finds, I'll put it at the end. I'll tag on the end as well, but it's D. I had it in my head. Devon Digger Daz, DDD, Triple D. Devon Digger Daz. Yeah, he's got a great channel there. Does quite a lot of beach detecting. So yeah, if you want to know how it performs on the beach and the ins and outs of it, the Simplex, it does perform quite well actually. What I've seen. Yeah, great chap as well. I like him. Off the wall. Yeah. Yeah, Devon Digger Daz. How you doing, Daz? Get down there and have a look at his channel. Yeah. Nothing to lose, have you? Okay, I'm gonna get off this because it's quite cold this rock before I get piles. Might pick some pile cream up on the way back. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna crack on. Hopefully we'll get something really good in a minute. Okay, getting this. It's been really hard going. And all flies have turned up, haven't they? Yeah, I didn't put any spray on. But we've got a cartwheel penny here in the hole, and I don't know how I've missed this. It just shows you done it. Anything would pick that up. It was absolutely squealing at me. Which they do, don't they? Because they're a big conductive part. Never get much detail off these. They're a big chunk. Yeah, it's a coin, big thick coin. Okay, I'm going to concentrate around this area. Maybe missed it. All right, on to the next. 7, I believe. Charged a third. I've got it's lovely out here now. Look at this. Blue skies. It's a bit warm. Lovely spring. Spring is here. Come on, this is, give me a 70s this. Is that just clay? I'll just be clay that, you know. Very compressed this ground. Horse field, so yeah, it's been battered down a lot. Am I going mad here? It's in here. Yeah, it's in here. It's in here. Look at that. Look how deep that was. Gold clog clasp. Oh, just Sally. It's so deep. I think that cartwheel 1797 was shallower than that. Alright. Oh well. This is an old digger. Oh, you could get a shape of the target. So Just starting to pick it up there. And just losing it there. So that's a big target, that. Really high squeal on the field. Jumpy signal, which it shouldn't be. You should get a jumpy signal on the simplex at 4 inches deep. So yeah, something big and rubbish. Right, so okay. I'm going to call it a day now. It's getting a bit warm, I've got stuff to do. So yeah, not much, you see, not much. 3 hours that. What have I found? Some bits. I mean, it's the coin, that's it. It happens, you know. That's the reality of this. This field's been gone over loads of times. I weren't expecting anything. I definitely weren't expecting a big cartwheel. 1797. I weren't expecting that. So yeah, this is what it's like. We all know that. It might seem a bit obvious, but I did the same. I was out on a permission on Sunday. Within an hour, I must have had about 10 coins and bits and bats, because they were there. They were there, and that's why I found them. People aren't. It depends what land you're on. That's it. It depends if it's been dropped, if you walk over it, and it depends on the history of that land, if anything's there. I've been up on moorland, nothing up on moorland. 4 or 5 hours up there, you know, because yeah, it was out of the way. There's hope that you find hammers up there or some kind of settlement up on moorland, but high ground and that. But yeah, it's not all fines, is it? That's the reality of it all. But you still go out, don't you? I mean, this field here, I'm going to use this as a test field. It's been absolutely hammered. So the Nokta Makro are bringing out a multi-frequency, aren't they? Multi-frequency, can't say it. With loads of single frequencies and all. A bit like the Mine Lab, the Equinox. So I'll be bringing that on here. It's a good test bed, isn't it? It's been done. If that can pull stuff out, then great. I'll do that with most of my permissions. Yeah, looking forward to that. I'll be getting that as soon as it comes out. The MF. Easy to say that, innit? Yeah, I think it's just before Christmas. They're doing tests on it at the moment, I believe. I don't know how much it's going to be. I reckon it's going to come in for about 500 quid to compete with the Nox 600 and the Garrett, both multi-frequencies. I think it's going to top the Vanquish. Yeah, I think the Simplex has sorted that out. So great detector, the Vanquish. I wouldn't mind that detector myself, but I chose a Simplex. So yeah, I'll be keeping on Nokta Makro stuff as well, because obviously it's the same sounds. If I jumped to Mine Lab, I'd have to relearn it all again, and I've got 1,000 hours or so on this detector, so they're going to sound the same. I like the range as well. You've got 0 to 99, ain't you? And this is what you were saying at Nokta. I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to bother saying it. She put a video up saying about the unstable numbers. Now, it's because it's got a long range of numbers. If you've got a shorter range of numbers, say like the Mine Lab, they're going to be stable. I know a lot of stuff comes up at 19. The same item comes up at 9. Well, not the same item. Different items come up at the same number on the Mine Lab. It's very unstable, but it's going to be. You get say you get an 80, it might be 75. 85, 80, 75, 79, 80, so it jumps around. If you're getting a really solid signal normally on the Nokta, really banging solid signal, it's normally really shallow coin, or it's rubbish. Yeah, I found that out. It's the iffy signals. That's on the VDI. Go for the sounds. I struggled a bit today with the field mode. There's a lot of stuff when I got it in field and it was sweet, but the numbers were jumping all over. But I would have dug that off sound if I didn't look at the numbers, because it's one tone, isn't it? It's a varied tone. Where in park, I don't even have to look at the display as much as field. I go off the sounds more. Maybe because I've only I haven't used field a lot. You know what I mean? Maybe my ear ain't tuned in. But yeah, I found myself looking at the jumpy ID, which is yeah, it's a bit new to me. That park one's my setting that on there. So yeah, there won't be much of a roundup because I haven't got much to show. Just that the cartwheel, and they always come up like that. I must have about 25 cartwheel 1797s, and I think 2 of them are just enough to see what they are. Nothing spectacular, you know. You can just see the silhouette and bit of the date and that, and Britannia on the back. Right, I'm going to stop waffling because I'm getting really dry. My mouth's like just swallowed a tube of glue. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye bye. Another great Facebook page. I just got one of these off. Clive sent me this out. Simplex Plus Owners Group. Now, spray bottles, I always lose them. I don't want to lose this one. It's made of aluminium. Yeah, it's solid. It should last forever. That. They have loads of stuff on there, giveaways and great prices for stuff. So yeah, Simplex Plus Owners Group on Facebook. Get yourself down there. Cheers guys.